A playground destroyed days before students head back to class.
I don't feel safe there.
The arson investigation underway as residents work to rebuild the playscape. More skimmers spotted, the latest gas station to be targeted, and how you can check for skimmers at the pump. Healthy cats at the risk of being put down, the last-ditch effort to get 100 local cats new homes before time runs out.
Arson may be to blame for destroying part of the playground at an East Austin elementary school.
CBS Austin's Betty Cross is live tonight at Wynn Elementary. Betty, the start of school is 10 days away, and the smallest students are without a playground right now.
That's exactly right. This is where pre-K students and kindergartners are supposed to have recess. Right there in the middle of this fenced-in area, there used to be a giant jungle gym. But a fire on August 1st destroyed not just the playscape, it destroyed recess, the favorite time of day for most school children.
I think she's ready to start.
Carmen Delgado is registering her 3-year-old daughter for preschool at Wynn Elementary.
Yes, it's a fire engine.
Denise wants to read, learn to write, and she thought she'd have a lot of fun out here. This fenced-in area doesn't look like much now because a week ago, fire destroyed the playscape used by the elementary's youngest students.
I feel sad because there is something that the children use.
Over the years, all 4 of Carmen's children have played on what was a pint-sized playscape.
We usually came to use the playground, and they played a lot of times, many years.
Now, all that's left at the East Austin Elementary is this big kid jungle gym. The slides are a good fit for some preschoolers, but almost everything else isn't. Little hands can't hang on to equipment designed for 5 to 12-year-olds.
I don't feel she's safe there. It's not for her age. Not at all. All the parents are worried about no playground.
A fundraising account has been set up to help rebuild a new and improved playscape out here. And we've got a link to it right at this story. Just go to cbsaustin.com, look for my story, and you'll be able to make a donation or just get more information. Reporting live in East Austin, Betty Cross, CBS Austin News.
Sad to see. Thanks, Betty. New video shows the moment a car right there fell from a downtown parking garage. The driver was hospitalized when the car fell 7 stories back in July. It happened at a garage on East 6th and Brazos. Police tell us the car fell off the garage and landed in that alley right there. And now we have the video hitting that other car below. Investigators say the retention cables on the garage did not hold.
More credit card skimmers were found at a North Austin gas station today. The Texas DPS found the skimmers on 2 pumps at the Jack and Jill Valero on St. John's Avenue. Police were notified and the skimmers were removed. Now, the best way to check for a skimmer is with your cell phone. Just turn on the Bluetooth and search for a device. If you see a long string of numbers and letters trying to connect, that's generally a bad sign. Today, the only must-pass bill was given the initial okay from the Texas House. Sunset legislation will head to the governor's desk after a 3rd procedural vote tomorrow.
And CBS Austin's Sarah Navoy learned while some lawmakers are ready to throw in the towel, others say not so fast.
Well, this is the only piece of must-pass legislation. Some lawmakers say there is still work to be done on a lot of the governor's priorities, and they're going to race to the finish to get as many of them to the governor's desk as possible.
Those in favor say aye.
In a unanimous voice vote Thursday, Texas representatives passed an unchanged Senate bill that will keep Texas agencies like the state medical board open. The bill was Governor Abbott's reason to call lawmakers back after it was held hostage in the regular session. Now that it's passed, some believe that leverage is gone. The far-right Freedom Caucus member, Representative Matt Schaefer, isn't convinced.
The leverage belongs to Governor Abbott. He's the one that can call us into special session again if we don't get his conservative agenda passed.
That agenda includes 19 other items like the bathroom bill and anti-abortion bills. Governor Abbott said passing a property tax relief bill is his big priority, but the House and Senate haven't been able to agree.
If we don't finish, it's not because we didn't have time. It's because the political courage was not there to get the job done.
Sarah Navoy, CBS Austin News.
Today, the Texas House also passed a bill meant to address mail-in ballot fraud. They added some amendments to the bill, which will first have to be approved by the Senate before heading to the governor. The bill would increase penalties for people sending in fraudulent ballots, in some cases up to 10 years in prison.
The Padre Island National Seashore is closed to drivers right now after Hurricane Franklin brought super high tides. Rangers say there is a high danger of rip currents. They also don't want swimmers going into the water. That's pictures of a fire right there, not the high tides and rip currents at Padre Island. The beaches will reopen when the conditions improve.
Most of the rainfall that we were seeing just half an hour ago has already dissipated. Right now there is one lone shower over Llano County, and other than that we've dried out. Has left us though with some cloud cover over towards Bastrop County, Fayette County, as well as into Caldwell County. Now, a few isolated showers, a stray thunderstorm, still a possibility until the sun sets, but it's not looking very likely. Our rain chances remain extremely low, most of us staying clear, which gives us a nice view as we look down towards the Capitol. Temperatures at this point are coming in at 97 degrees in Austin. We did hit 100 at Camp Mabry, only hit 98 though at ABIA. Winds are currently out of the south-southeast at about 5 miles per hour with feels like temperatures in the triple digits. These heat index values are going to be a big thing to think about over the next couple of days as our high temperatures get up to the lower 100s. Our low temperatures will still stay warm, getting down into the middle and upper 70s by tomorrow morning. Some warm overnight temperatures with winds breezy at times. A few isolated showers and storms still possible until the sun sets.
Thanks, Nicole. Richard Overton needs your prayers tonight. The oldest living veteran is in a hospital. Doctors have diagnosed Overton with pneumonia in both lungs. He's getting treatment at St. David's Hospital right now. The family is asking for prayers. They don't know how long he'll be there. Overton is 111 years old.
Time is running out for 100 cats in Williamson County. The shelter says it simply doesn't have the space for them. Shelter staff are trying to find homes for the 100 cats in the next 3 days, or the perfectly healthy cats will be put down. The shelter is caring for 200 cats with room for only 93. All cat and kitten adoptions will only be $1 this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so get out there if you can. President Trump getting tougher on North Korea, his new warning to the country as he takes a break from his working vacation.
And a Cuban mystery, the bizarre investigation playing out in Havana as U.S. diplomats lose their hearing. Developing tonight, the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office issued a ruling that 14-year-old girl's death was a homicide. 14-year-old Caitlin Cargill disappeared in June when she left her family's home to take a walk with her dog. At the time, police treated her case as a runaway, even though her family thought she could be at a friend's house. But 2 days later, Cargill's body was found in a landfill. A medical examiner says she died from homicidal violence.
The U.S. expels 2 Cuban diplomats as federal investigators look into strange illnesses among U.S. diplomats in Cuba. State Department employees are complaining about hearing loss and painful headaches. Investigators want to know whether the illnesses were caused by an acoustics device that was in or outside the homes of the embassy workers.
Our Americans were not safe. They were not secure, obviously, because something has happened to them.
8 or 9 U.S. diplomats have had their assignments cut short because of illness. Canada is also dealing with some unusual symptoms in its diplomats.
The war of words escalating tonight. President Trump's new threat to North Korea as the nation threatens to strike Guam.
Our lake levels remain steady today, but our pollen allergens are also looking a little lower. Mold still at that high category, though. I'll have your full forecast next.
Today, North Korea showed further defiance against the U.S. Tens of thousands of people packed the main square in Pyongyang for a mass rally. Speakers said the U.S. will face a miserable and wretched fate. Marchers also carried signs that read, "Let's become bullets and bombs defending Kim Jong-un."
President Trump is taking a break from his New Jersey vacation to deal with North Korea.
Paula Reed has the new warning he's sending tonight as North Korea continues to threaten Guam.
President Trump says he needs to get tougher with North Korea.
North Korea better get their act together or they're going to be in trouble like few nations ever have been in trouble in this world.
Tuesday, the president promised to bring fire and fury on North Korea if it makes any more threats on the United States.
The people that were questioning that statement, was it too tough? Maybe it wasn't tough enough.
The general in charge of North Korea's missile force said sound dialogue is not possible with President Trump and that only absolute force can work on him. North Korea's military says it will be ready by mid-August to simultaneously launch 4 missiles that will fly over Japan and will land in the waters off the U.S. territory of Guam. The plan is awaiting dictator Kim Jong-un's approval.
Let's see what he does with Guam. He does something in Guam. It will be an event the likes of which nobody's seen before, what will happen in North Korea.
The people of Guam are now the ones in the literal crosshairs of North Korea's weapons. The territory is host to over 6,000 American military personnel on a Navy and Air Force base.
I'm not really nervous. I'm pretty confident in our military capability.
What is the president doing to protect us? I blame him.
It's concerning, but at the same time, I mean, I have faith in the military, and I have faith that we are protected.
Guam's governor has not raised the threat level, but Homeland Security officials say residents should have a plan just in case. Paula Reed, CBS News, the White House.
It's August. Those hot temperatures are back for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, quite some time. You know, we did hit 100 today at Camp Mabry. Only 98 at ABIA, if that's a little bit of, consolation for you.
Totally better, yes. 100%.
But we had a couple showers across the area. Right now, our radar has cleared out pretty considerably. It's left some cloud cover, though, across our eastern counties. There's still a couple stray showers across the area, and, a little bit of rainfall, still a possibility until the sun sets. But our activity has diminished pretty quickly. These were sea breeze showers and storms. They resulted in a couple 10ths of an inch over towards some of our eastern counties near Lake Fayette. We got just under a 1/10 of an inch of rainfall there, but now that line of showers and storms has diminished and we're not really seeing too much more activity over the next couple of hours. Instead, we're going to be focusing on those hot, high temperatures. As I mentioned, we did hit 100. We're starting that streak of triple digits across the area for the next couple of days. More than that, most likely. We do have this upper level ridge of high pressure that's building over towards our west. This high pressure system is going to do exactly what these high pressure ridges always do. They clear us out, they heat us up. So that's going to really take into effect by the weekend. Our temperatures will be hot, but we still will hold on to that very, very small chance for rainfall throughout the rest of this afternoon as well as tomorrow afternoon. Our future track is not showing too much more activity. By the time the sun sets, we'll be dry, we'll be mostly clear. We'll start to build up some cloud cover by tomorrow morning as our temperatures drop down into the middle and the upper 70s. And then we'll be hitting those low 100s once again. Mostly sunny skies are expected for your Friday. We could see a few of those sea breeze showers into the afternoon, but rain chances will stay very low and mainly be across our eastern counties. In addition to the actual temperatures, you will want to think about that heat index value. That's the feels like temperature, and those are the numbers that are in blue and yellow. By lunchtime, we'll be into the lower 90s, already feeling like the low 100s, with our heat index values topping out anywhere from 100 to 108 degrees across the area. Now, a couple of those spotty showers will materialize by about 2-3 o'clock and then again dissipate once the sun sets. And if you're already thinking ahead to the weekend, we do have the Perseid meteor shower this weekend. It peaks on Friday night and Saturday night. Both nights, skies are looking mostly clear. Temperatures will be warm. Bad news there, though, is the moon is going to be 3/4 full, so that illuminates the sky, kind of takes away some of the majesty of the meteor shower and makes it a little bit harder to see those meteors, but still could be a good show as we head into the weekend. Our high temperatures will stay in the lower 100s for the next 7 days. We are going to be talking heat index values still around 105 degrees, although humidity will start to get a little more manageable by this weekend.
That's a long stretch of 100s.
Yeah.
Very.
Thanks, Nicole. He inspired a Hollywood movie, but the courts don't care. Bernie learns his fate 20 years after he murdered a wealthy widow.
Britney's big scare in Vegas, the moment a fan rushed on stage during a performance.
Britney Spears got a big scare last night when a man rushed the stage while she was performing. Dancers and bodyguards tackled the man before dragging him off. Spears was performing her Piece of Me show in Las Vegas. The man was arrested for trespassing.
Bernie Tiede will stay in prison after a Texas appeals court upheld his 99-year sentence. It happened during an appeal hearing yesterday. The former mortician murdered a wealthy widow in 1996. Her body was found in his freezer. Tiede later became famous when the case hit the big screen in a 2011 film titled Bernie. It starred Jack Black and Shirley MacLaine. Chipotle is closing a Dallas store where mice were spotted falling from the ceiling. Ick. The company says it needs to assess the construction of the building and how the mice are getting in. Employees were able to relocate to other locations until the store reopens.
Walmart is reviving an app that lets you skip the checkout line and pay with your smartphone. The retail giant first tested Scan and Go in 2013, but later discontinued it. It's since been redesigned. The app allows shoppers to scan items on their phone as they shop. Testing began this year in several cities and is being expanded to Dallas and Nashville. After the break, a recap of today's top stories.
Lawmakers say goodbye to a former Texas governor, and new video shows the moment a car fell 7 stories. In case you missed it, is next.
A former governor lies in state.
And new video shows the moment a car fell 7 stories. Here's in case you missed it.
You're taking a live look at the University of Texas Tower this morning as we start the countdown to football season.
I'm Lindsay Littman, live from the News Now desk this morning, tracking what was Hurricane Franklin's landfall in Mexico this morning. Let's go ahead and go to brand new video so you can take a look at the rainmaker that it was. This is just into our newsroom from Veracruz.
Tonight shows the moment a car fell from a downtown Austin garage. Look at that. The driver of that car was hospitalized when the car fell 7 stories back in July at a garage on East 6th in Brazos. Happening now, saying goodbye to a former governor. Today, lawmakers and family honored former Governor Mark White.
A politician who made the hard decision to raise taxes and
when he made it a policy in the state that you had to pass your grades, all but maybe one flunking course to play Friday night football.
Cedar Park City Council is taking a look at the Greg Kelly investigation.
Now, last week, Cedar Park's 2013 Greg Kelly investigation came under fire. A Texas Ranger testified that their investigation was unfair. The Williamson County DA's office said Cedar Park Police's work was, quote, wholly deficient.
Tracking the heat. I think you just need to put hot.
Yeah, I think that'll about cover it. I mean, hot will probably fit as well in the forecast as those hundreds will. And we are going to see a lot of hundreds over the next couple of days. Just, soak it in, avoid that strenuous activity in the afternoons, drink a lot of water. Heat safety tips, you got to remember them because our heat index values are going to be up to 105 to 108 degrees.
Now I have an excuse. No exercise this week.
Oh, that's this week's
That's
excuse.
what you got from this.
Just for safety.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.